Hi everyone. So I started to learn a sikha from Matos Maseh from the year Nun Aleph. The reason why I was learning that sikha is because I was thinking by the time that I actually understand the sikha, it'll be around that parsha, and then I could teach it. But I'm recording this here now because it's so applicable to the time we just entered, the 3 weeks. And so I guess I'm a little ahead of the schedule. I don't know. I can't seem to get my timing right. I guess I'm on Hashem's timetable and I say what I need to say when I'm meant to say it. Anyway, so the Rebbe says something really monumental in this sikha that requires pausing and really thinking about it and talking about it and trying to internalize it and actually do it. I apologize for background noises. I'm in the city right now. It's very loud here. Everywhere I turn, it's there's either a loud truck or someone doing something. I can't avoid it. I really hope the sound quality is not annoying. Okay, so what does the Rebbe say? So the Rebbe says that generally speaking, we tend to think of the 3 weeks as a time to rectify the cause of Gullus. The main cause of Gullus being sinas chinam, right? Baseless hatred. And so we work on Ahavas Yisrael in order to rectify the reason why we're in Gullus and merit the Geula. And that is the general approach that has been. But the Rebbe actually says something so incredible in the Sikha. He says, we are no longer rectifying the cause of Gullus because we've done that. We're done rectifying Gullus. And so now when we do Ahavas Yisrael, it's not as a rectification, it's actually as a way of beginning the Geula, the actual stepping into Geula through Ahavas Yisrael. So that's a big statement, that's huge, right? Here we are, we're saying Hashem, Mashiach now, and the Rebbe is actually telling us the way to enter the Geula, actually enter it, is to have Ahavas Yisrael. So I want to explore what that means. I'm sure that there's, multi-layered dimensions to this statement, as is everything in Chassidus. But the Rebbe's approach is also always very practical. And so I want to take a practical approach to understanding what the Rebbe means. In order to do that, I thought of a way to sort of illustrate my thought process around this. Obviously, this is the way I'm thinking about it. Everybody should add their thoughts. So what's really ultimately the difference between Gullus and Geula? So if we rewind, a few parshas back to when Moshe sent the spies into Eretz Yisrael, right? And what did he tell them? Go spy out the land, come back. What was the point? The point was not to give their opinion. Their point was to create a strategy, right, of how they're going to do it, how they're going to make their kalim to have success. And what happened? They got nervous, right? They saw all these Canaanite nations and they felt like, we can't do this. This is just going to be too hard. We much prefer to live, basking in Hashem's miracles in the desert. We don't want the hard work of having to trust in Hashem and have simcha and conquer and work together to overcome. That just sounds really daunting. We're not going to do it. So they come and they give this terrible report, and then Hashem is obviously very upset with them because they weren't going along with the plan. They weren't trusting that Hashem was going to go with them and they were going to have success. They were going to have Geula. And then Moshe Rabbeinu, then they come back to Moshe Rabbeinu and they say, okay, forget it, we're going to go. We realized we were wrong, we're going to go. And then Moshe says to them, well, no, now you're being exiled for 40 years and you're not going to succeed because Hashem's bracha is not there, right? So right there encapsulated in the story is the difference between Gullus and Geula. Gullus is when Hashem puts obstacles to us succeeding. Geula is when the world's our oyster. All we have to do is go with the strength of Torah and mitzvahs and our connection to Hashem and we'll succeed. So when the Rebbe is telling us that the Geula is now available, with Ahavas Yisrael, we can step into Geula. Essentially, on a very basic level, the Rebbe is saying, work together, teamwork, and you will succeed. It's incredibly simple, yet the most powerful statement. So I want to actually spend the next couple weeks, I don't know how long it'll take, going over some tips, because it's easy to say, but actually having a Havas Yisrael in situations that are challenging for us to have it can be difficult. So let's get into it. Let's step into the Geula together. May it be immediately today.